Yeah, here to talk about that game of football and confirm, of course, that Oasis reunion is happening. Maybe not. It's Noel Gallagher. Hello, Noel. How are you?
All right, mate. How are you?
Does a week go by where someone doesn't ask that question to you?
Nope.
Okay, I won't ask it. I won't ask it. How are you? It sounds like you're in a toilet. Where are you?
I'm in a toilet. I'm in a toilet in the studio.
Are you actually?
Yeah, but there's some work going on in the thing, so there'll be a bit noisy. So I've come.
Are you sure that's not you making that noise in the toilet?
No. There's work going on. There's some filming going on in the studio. So if I'm there, you'll just hear people saying 1 2 1 2.
Oh, okay.
Sibilance, yeah.
Okay. Is that what Man City fans will be saying tomorrow night? 1 2 3 4. How do you see it going? How much of a tough game is it?
Well, it's the toughest game. It's the biggest game of the season. I don't know how Man City fans. I think we'd be quietly confident, but I wouldn't like to predict the outcome. But I'd say we're being at home, we're favourites. Seems like we beat them at theirs already. But you know what? It depends what Arsenal turn up, doesn't it?
Mm.
You know, when you say that and you look at Manchester City now and you see how good they've been, certainly the last few seasons when it comes down to the crunch time at the end of the season, that must give you a lot of confidence.
Well, yeah, we can always come up with a strange result at home, but never at this part of the season. I think we've been in three major title running chases, not chasing, but against Liverpool and twice in United, and they've always gone to the last day, and the common denominator in them is we've always done it. So if experience counts for anything, then we've got plenty of that. So they've only got a draw on last season, where Liverpool came to the Etihad and they needed to win. And we were neck and neck and it ended up a 2-2 draw. And we never lost a game after that. We won every game. So I think Arsenal are coming at the wrong time. But, can Arsenal do it? Of course they can. Will they? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't like to predict anything.
No, I asked Benty beforehand. I said, obviously, the Premier League can't be won tomorrow night, but it can be lost. And he said, yeah, it can. If we, as in Arsenal, lose, he thinks that will be it. Is that how you feel as a Man City fan if you win the game?
I think if we win it, I would make us favourites because once we get in front, we don't tend to let it slip. But I think if Arsenal win, it still only puts them with our games in hand 2 points in front. So if they think it can't be won tomorrow and it can't be lost by City, but all the pressure's on Arsenal after the Southampton thing, now it's like they have to win that game. Because I think if they don't win that game, the fans, their fans, they give up at the best of times. And I think they'll throw the towel in.
Who do you think is going to be key tomorrow? Now, obviously, the obvious question is the juggernaut at the top end of the pitch who's got 49 goals or something. But who else now do you think is going to be key tomorrow for Manchester City?
Listen, he's not even key to the treble. The key to the treble is defending. If Diaz and Stones defend well in the next 12 games, whatever it is, we'll. I've got no one's got any worries about Haaland. He'll score no matter what. If we defend well, we win. Simple as that.
What have you made of John Stones' new role? I don't really know how to describe. I don't know if it's got a name, but he sort of starts off centre half, then they blow the whistle and he moves into midfield. It's very bizarre, but it seems to be working.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I think he had Rico doing it earlier on in the season, but I think the gap going from full-back into midfield was considered too much. So it's a shorter distance for John to cover, but he's just turned into really one absolutely magnificent footballer. We've always loved him. I know him a little bit. I love him as a geezer, but he's how much would he be worth now on the open market? This is like top quality footballer.
He is top quality, and obviously on the flip side of that, it's sad to say we've heard Pep talk about Kyle Walker not being able to play that role, so it looks like potentially at the end of the season he could move on. I mean, how sad are you going to be to see him go, if he does go? Because he's been fantastic for City.
He's been amazing. The medals just tell the story. He's been, not only for City, he's been one of the best fullbacks the country's ever seen.
Yeah.
He's easily one of the most decorated. And I wouldn't be surprised if the system changes next year. I think Pep, he likes to change it up, you know what I mean? It's like the false nine thing and all that. We had that for a couple of years, and I think he felt we were going to get worked out of it. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't rush Walker out the door. He's too good. He's too good.
Are you dreaming of the treble yet? I mean, it's not that far away with regards to how many matches you got left. Are you chatting about it with your pals?
Oh, of course. I think we've got 5 tough games tonight: Brighton, Brentford, United, and the second leg against Madrid.
Yeah.
I think if we remain unbeaten in all them, I think it's a very, very real possibility. But it's easier said than done, because United are going to go. Or if we've won the league, United are going to go all out to stop us doing it. If we win that, if we've won the league and we win that game, then you'd think this is as close as we're going to get to the Champions League. But there's 5 massive games. I think the last game of the season, we've got Brighton and Brentford back to back, which are the last 2 games, and I think they're going to be very, very, very tough games.
No, let me ask you. You and I spoke over the weekend before the second semi-final, the Man United Brighton one. And you said I'd rather face you as in Man United in the final. Were you being a little bit facetious, or did you genuinely mean that?
No, I think Brighton are great, but I also, knowing from talking to some of the players at City as well, that Brighton are a tough team to break down, and I think they would have, they haven't won a trophy in so long, if ever, I don't know. But I think with the emotion of it being a Manchester derby, United fans aren't going to let them plonk themselves on the 18-yard line and just hope to nick it. It's going to be end-to-end. It's going to be all out, and that suits us. So I'd rather play United, because what you wouldn't want is the City players to be rocking up against Brighton and think, well, we'll win this. You want them rocking up there, 100% laser focus. This is a derby, first and foremost. It's a derby, and no sets of players are going to want to let that slide. And we want it. We want that end-to-end life or death game. That's where we're at our best.
Now, let me ask you a question. It might be a bit of a tough one, but a lot of people, certainly in football, feel Alex Ferguson's the greatest manager ever in this country, and that's
Sir Alex.
Sorry, Sir Alex Ferguson. Now, if Pep was to win the treble, where does that put him? Does that put him above Fergie, or do you think Fergie's still the one to beat?
Alex Ferguson never invented anything.
Sir Alex, no.
Alex Ferguson never invented anything. Pep Guardiola changed football.
He's won the treble, the fella. He's won 13 Premier League titles. I mean,
well, he never done it in any other countries, did he?
Well, no, but he didn't. When he did win, I mean, Pep Guardiola. I think he needs to prove himself, Pep, with regards to
who.
Well, when he won the Champions League, it was 2012 the last time, so we go back 11 years, and he had Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi in his team.
Right.
I mean, I could have probably managed it to
really. The greatest manager of all time jammed 2 Champions Leagues, one on penalties and one in injury time.
What do you mean?
He's talking about Fergie.
Yeah, but he still won them. I mean, you can't listen. I get it, but you can't. I mean, you can't just diss Sir Alex Ferguson like that. He's a genius, right?
Yeah, but you're saying Ferguson won the Champions Leagues, but you're saying Pep never won them, because you're saying that his players won them. So what is it?
No, what I'm saying is that Pep spent, I think, over £1 billion. He spent about £500 million on your defence and still hasn't won the Champions League. I think he needs to do that with another club other than Barcelona to prove to me he can dine at the top table.
Do you know what? I can't speak for Pep Guardiola, right? But I'm pretty sure he couldn't give a monkey's what you think.
Could you ask him the next time? Now, listen,
I'm going to see him tomorrow night.
Right,
just
him.
Before I get off,
ask him.
You asked what Andy Goldstein thinks about you, and he'll say who, and I'll say exactly.
He listens to the show. He listens to. Do you not? Are you saying then he doesn't have to prove anything? Like, for argument's sake, if he leaves Man City whenever that is and hasn't won the Champions League, you don't think that would be failure?
Well, no. That's mental. Failure. What are you talking about?
What was he brought in to do? Because you won the league twice before he arrived.
Have you ever? My kids play football on a weekend. Their teams. Everybody now. He changed the way football is played. He changed the way football has been played in this country, and then probably every country he's ever been in. My kids, everyone plays out from the back. Kids play out from the back. They don't even know what it means, but they do it because he does it. He's a tactical genius and a lovely man.
Yeah, I can't dispute that, but I don't think we can take anything away from Sir Alex Ferguson.
Well, I can. And I will.
I bet you can. Let me ask you. Firstly, what do you think the score will be tomorrow? How do you see it going before we move on from that?
I think whoever scores first wins, and I think...
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think... I was saying that... Arsenal can't seem to hold on to a lead lately, but I think if City score first, I can't see us not winning. But it's going to be tight. I mean, Arsenal fans, are thinking they've just got to go up there and play well and they can do it. Well, I'm afraid it's going to take a bit more than that. City with Haaland and De Bruyne, the pair of them are on fire. They've got more on the bench should it not be going right. But I think it'd be by the odd goal. There's a lot of City fans going on, we're going to spank them 4-5-0. It won't be that. It'll be 2-1. I'll go for City 2-1.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you a few other questions, if you don't mind. There's a story in today's Sun claiming that you're not happy with the music in the Man City dressing room. The players choose. Is that true?
It's dreadful.
What are they? Bentley's a big hip hop fan. Is that what they're playing?
They're just playing this nonsensical. I don't know what it is. Don't know. It's like Melody Be Gone. It's just a load of boom, boom, someone rapping about the struggle. Nonsense.
Who's in charge of the music in the dressing room? Do you know?
No idea, but honestly, if I find out who it is.
Are you ever invited in the dressing room before a game?
Not before, no.
Afterwards, right.
Got in afterwards. It's always... can be a little bit of an awkward moment. It's not that, someone like, Pep will go and see the players. And we are not seeing them in their undies. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of like, it's always nice to see John Stones and all of them are great. They're a great bunch of lads, actually.
Yeah, great. Listen, before I let you go, you are, of course, in the FA Cup final. And traditionally, back in the day when we were kids growing up, there was always an FA Cup final song. Have you ever been approached to do an FA Cup final song?
No. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've got it in me.
Go on.
They don't really do them anymore, do they?
No. If they approach you to do one, would you think about it?
No.
Okay.
Well, it'd be embarrassing. It'd be there forever. It's like I don't think I could. No.
You would
No. Unless I could mention the weather and sunshine, but I'd have to. No, it's not for me.
All right, let me ask you this. So we were having a chat earlier on, and 3 people that work on our show have come up with sort of like a mismatch of some of your favourite songs with regards to and chucked in Man City connections. Can I ask you which you think is the best or the worst, as it may be? All right. So Max, who works on the show, thinks you should record Champagne Guardiola.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay, Square Ed, who works on the show, says, even saying this is appalling. What's the story? FA Cup glory.
Nonsense.
Wait to hear the last one. Benji, who works on the show, says you should record "Stop Earling Your Heart Out."
Right. Who are they? Are these lads? Are these lads just cast-offs from Soccer AM or what?
I think they want to be. Yeah.
Who are they?
Well, Benji's quite new to the show. He's still at college. I mean, we can send him back if you want.
Champagne Guardiola sounds like it might. I might be all right.
Yeah. So if Man City phone you up and say, "Listen, we were listening to you on that award-winning Drive Time show with Goldstein. He talks a lot of sense. We heard the Fergie stuff. Would you record Champagne Guardiola? You do it?"
I'd say, mate, I'm busy.
I'm stuck in the toilet. No, listen, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. We're big fans of yours.
Cheers,
really
Noel.
appreciate it. Thanks, pal.
Nice one, guys. See you later.
Thanks, man. There you go. That was a look at Man City against Arsenal. Thanks to our friends at BT Sport.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.